Ugh, we drank too much juice last night, so we couldn't get moving.
We couldn't even watch the last ceremony, but we heard you made it into the hills.
I assume you found the artifact.
That's right. Ta-da! I'm so jealous. That's two important artifacts to snag from everyone else.
Great job. We should head back to the Ant Kingdom at once. The Queen will be very pleased.
We're doing great.
Come on, V. Let's go to the Ant Kingdom. We will go on ahead to notify the Queen and prepare an audience. If you don't want to walk all the way back, you should go through the ant tunnels. There should be one just outside the settlement.
Don't leave the queen waiting. What a nice bunch. You met Venus, didn't you? She sent me a request to keep the Golden Hills entrance open for you. You must have done very well to receive her approval. And my inventory is half empty. Thankfully, cooking does not take money. Give me a second, I just thought of something else. Hey, we were talking about these you had. Oh, you have different stock. Toss it at enemies, plural. Interesting. Hey, I can do it. That little guy really does look like a tangy berry. We wonder why. I'm not little and stop interrupting me. Besides, everyone looks like this where I come from.
Is that so? Well, where are you from?
The east.
You told us so, but whereabouts in the east?
I don't know what that means. East. I just walked to the left a lot and got here.
Oh dear, it's not too smart.
Shut up. Let me work.
So,
You don't see Cat will get mad a lot.
let's just go.
Already existing diseases were easy to come up with, like giving gnolls the ability to gain mange or something.
Permit verified. Welcome, explorers. Would you like to access the mines?
Whee!
Oh.
That's why I wanted to come up with fake ones. If there's 6 of these guys, then maybe that means there's 6 areas. Sorry, I just got caught in thinking. Have you thought of converting diseases animals have into diseases that fantasy folk could have? Ah, wonderful. That is one of ours, yes. I'll put it on the shelf, so check it out whenever. A lot of dwarves' beards being what indicates and differentiates the surface and underground dwarves. Like the textures of their hairs? Oh, man, just a glimpse. Goes to show how little I know about it. Can't refer due to the fixture to the survey ventilator manifestation. I guess that's where the term mangy dog comes from. Yay! More so the styles and thickness of the beard. Define styles, because wouldn't a dwarf be able to style their beard like the beards of other area dwarves? As in... God bless me, that sense made sense. Which book would you like to read? Before the Day of Awakening, they say we used to live very little. Only a few days or moons. And most of that time we were helpless larvae. Marriage marked the end of life. It's inconceivable nowadays. For one, we don't even remember being larvae. Truly, becoming an adult is like being born. And then we get to enjoy this beautiful land for many years. It's hard not to pity our ancestors who had to give up life soon after becoming aware of it. Interesting. On our way, the receptionist is down here. We talk to her. Although the thickness of it would definitely be an indicator. Thinner hairs, it's would definitely be an easier tell. Look at that, there's some new quests available for you. Oh. So I have a bunch of fucking quests that I have not even been looking at. Oh dear. I thought minor dwarves could have more thicker and oily beards, said Ella. put into use as natural masks to block off many particles from getting to the lungs, while surface orbs beards were more braided and well kempt, as they don't need to use it as a mask, so they are allowed to use it for more decorations and such. Thinner, less bramblier. More washed? Braided. Okay, there you go. Braided beard. Make a patty out of hair and then braid it and fry it. That sounds disgusting. Good lord, how many of these do I even fucking have? We came to write a review. Oh, the Queen, really? I'm so glad you came. Be glad after the review. Our standard fare is 3 berries a night. For you 3, there will be 9 berries with free honey to drop in the house. Or you can stay here for free tonight. Free? I won't complain, but... Trying to bribe us already, huh? Oh,
Worry not, Keeper. We will accept your generous offer. Please, make sure we have the same experience as all your guests. And we will keep the price of stay in mind for our review.
Alright then. Your room is upstairs. I hope you'll have a lovely night.
We hope so too.
Please come talk to me when you wake up so I can get your review. Even though we were here last night. You woke up fully healed. It's not the nicest place available. The art is a nice touch. No light coming from the window, though. But as for being an inn, definitely a good one. The inn founders.
Indeed, we owe these cozy beds to them. They'll be happy to know that every new owner took care of the inn with equal passion.
Say, why do you think that is? How they could work just as hard for something they didn't create?
If you ask me, I think it's not about being the founders. They probably share the same ideals, that's all.
You two are getting all sappy. Sounds like nap time.
Maybe I am a bit tired.
Shall we call it a night?
Not 3 times in a row, please.
Did you sleep well? Gulp. I slept pretty well. The 100 drop you left was great.
We haven't had a bed so cozy in years. Or any bed, really. It was good. It was great, yes. My bed hurt my back.
Alright, sir, still got it. I need the confidence boots. You're great. I can't wait to come again. Come back anytime.
Yes, of course.
Yippee! Surface dwarves would also have more of a culture around different braiding and styles of beards, while minor underground dwarves are more traditional within this. And this can create a sort of split in culture. Give me a second, coming up with a sentence.
function over form, form over function. Something about which one's the more hard worker than the other. Something akin to that, I'm just imagining. In this world, there are many books, timeless classics, mediocre books, self-help and cooking. You get it. But there's also the truly terrible books. How I treasure them. If you find any, please bring them to me. As a matter of fact... but there's also another guy that needs me to return a book to the library. Hello? You're Todd, right? We're taking your request.
Really? Did you find my ball in the tunnel?
I think it's this one.
You really found it. Thank you. Mom won't get angry now. Please don't tell her I went out by myself either. Pretty please? Here, have this for helping me out.
Oh, nice. Alright, another good deed, another reward. Now stay out of trouble. Don't worry your mother.
I promise. Thanks again.
What a nice kid.
Oh, hello there. Are you explorers?
Indeed, good sir. We've taken your request.
Oh, thank you. I really need you to return this book to the palace library for me. It's quite past the return date. Huh? You're not an ant though, right? How do you take it out? Oh, I asked Jan and Ari to get the book for me. They seem to be busy, so they can't return it. Here's the book. You're really helping me out here. Ugh, I hate being an errand bee. The reward will be quite worth it, so please make haste for the sake of my record. Oh, and deliver it to Leyburn, okay? Rook's scary enough without turning in late.
Sure thing. Leave it to us.
Now I'm just imagining what different kinds of beard braiding could be done. I am super not knowledgeable about beards myself, so...
We have a book to return.
Oh, thank you. It is a bit overdue, but I will forgive you as explorers are always busy. Thanks for your patronage.
Alright, let's return to Alley and get our reward.
First, we need to give a horrible book.
A bee, a beetle, and a moth. You must be explorers to enter this library.
Says the wasp. We saw your request.
You're, searching for terrible books, correct? That's right.
But why? Aren't they, like, bad?
Yes, but there's some sort of angry comfort in witnessing their poorly composed narratives.
We are not here to judge, so... Any leads on these books?
Not really. I reckon other cultured bugs with a collection have bad books lying around. They usually let bugs take them for free.
Yikes, you can't even sell those books.
You must do this job, team. This fellow is the only one who'll give them a good home. I've made this library my den. I'll be here if you find something.
More thinking the underground dwarves being traditionalist purists and thinking the surface dwarves are going against their true ways, and the surface dwarves believe it's their culture they cultivate, and they should mind their business as they haven't grown up in it. Traditionalist versus new wave. not liking all the fancy schmancy braiding and such. The traditionalists would certainly have a higher air of superiority, given that they're the ones mostly in contact with dangerous gases and the like from mining underground.
This is one of the worst ones. Let's see. Tragedy on the Hill. This was supposed to be a murder mystery. The real mystery is how this got published. Ugh.
Are you sure you want this?
Yes, it's going straight into my collection. Here's your reward.
Money!
2 more should save my urchin. Let me know if you find more.
Okay, I definitely need to, like, end stream soon. Just gonna finish this quest, see if there's anything else around the area, and then call it a night. The underground dwarves also believe the surface dwarves don't understand where they came from as a people, while the surface believe they already don't need to know, because they've already spent thousands of years living on the surface, so they already created something that's theirs. Keeping up with tradition and the past, and other people that are just trying to have a fresher start than just the whole I definitely get the idea. I don't think I can actually vocalize it on other words. My brain is way too fried. "15 berries," says a reward. I do have another book I need returned. I kinda forgot. Seriously? Like, super inefficient. We're charging double. Sorry, I gave you all the spare berries I have, though.
It's alright, B. We can return it after a briefing.
That's not the point. Just this once, Allie. We'll definitely charge next time. Thank you. I'm very grateful. Alright, so I got 15 berries and more lore. Oh, shucks. We saw your post. Really? This cute bee's come to help me? I don't actually have your hat. Okay, one other thing before I actually forget about it. I need... check in the Adventurers Lounge.
Hey, you're back. Let's see how you've been doing with that medal of mine. Good job, folks. You defeated that hardened Venus Garden. Was it too challenging for you? You deserve a reward. Here, take this.
Spiky bot medal. And blocking, Capo will damage enemies that touch him with his horn.
Oh, you've been on a roll. Beats us too, eh? Here, take this as well.
Break medal. Grants Leaf the break skill, which reduces an enemy's defense for 2 turns. Good lord, I am getting a lot of cool things. Us created this race and unnamed, so we just call them the Horned People. Because they have horns? Well, now we definitely need to get more medal points. Friend of mine's need of these parts to repair their trinkets. Born with these exceptionally tough parts that get more durable as they grow older. Exceptionally tough horns. Get more durable as they grow older, and the firstborn of the race cut off one of their horns when they are young. Why do they cut one of their horns off?
Team Sangmouth, you pick up my quest? Is that bad? We'd just like to help. No, I just figured you were busy with more important stuff.
Don't sweat it. If it pays, we'll do it.
Alright, thanks a lot. Your team is more reliable than I expected. It's a pretty simple job, really. Take this package.
Got a package. What's in this?
Don't open it, okay? Just deliver it. My friend's a diver ant in the Bulgaria Pier East from the association. To reach it, just keep walking.
Do you want to pay us now, or is your friend gonna?
She'll be waiting with a little something. No worries.
Cool.
We'll get going then. Good luck with the paperwork.
Let's try these. Okay, so it's not this way. Where the hell would it be then? Oh god, I remember walking through a pier, but I can't. Okay, through here. Cultural thing to denote first heir, and if the first heir die in battle, the second born will usually cut off theirs. Oh, they're too weak, and I've never seen those enemies, so I'm taking that off for now. A cultural thing, but also if the first heir dies in battle, wouldn't it be extremely hard to cut off the horn of the second born? If the older they get, the tougher they becomes?
Dear Venus, must we truly deal with such stubborn and irritable creatures? I could try to dig after it myself, but I will have to rely on Leaf to unearth it instead. Good lord. Alright, they were weaker in the sense that they didn't give any experience points, but... usually a lot tough, but I come up with the idea of a ritual they made to allow for them to remove them that's passed down through the tribes. Right, now I know what these guys do. They're super annoying, so I'm just gonna do that. What's this, we don't really know how to describe it. It's a steering wheel, Leaf. A what? It's to drive boats around in the water. Even when you're explaining, it's hard to imagine how it works. Back then, where boats were way simpler. Well, you do have to study a lot to drive a boat. We feel quite outdated. Keep your head high, Leaf. There's so much to discover in this pier.
Yay! Learning.
Oh, that's cute. Cute little boat. I want to say that the horned folk have many different types of horns, not just one. So it varies quite a bit between families. Different horns can either be passed down to a child directly or can combine to make a new type of horn. Like combining elements of two different designs of horns. Are you, by any chance, Edel's friend? Aye, why? Something happened? Surprise! Sir Edel's got something for you. Ah, he got a thing, finally.
What is it? Super rare metal?
Just a part to improve my gear. You gotta thank Edel for me. Why did he make such a big deal out of it then? What matters, it's been delivered safely.
What matters is the reward, Kabu. The important part.
This should about cover the walk. Thanks to you too. Okay.
Prevents enemies from starting first out of battle.
We don't see why you want to go underwater, but good luck with your gear. A leaf and some water, you say? Alright. Folks be thinking of the sea as some vacation nowadays. They best watch out, because they don't play around.
My request was so boring. I miss staring at the sea from our boat.
Alright, food shop as well.
I never actually seen the pier up close before. Up close, V? Mm-hmm. You can kinda see it from all the way up in the hive.
It must be exciting to see those far-off lands.
I mean, kinda. After Snake Mouth, I ain't too fond of the water.
Say the word and I'll freeze the whole ocean. No, it's enough to just tread carefully. Okay, I definitely need to call it. I am way too tired.
I am trying to form a sentence. Give me 2 seconds.
Do the horn...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I had fun with this one. I like making pebbles and leaves tones darker to indicate that they're further into the background. That's always a fun thing. Do the horned folk accessorize their horns? Like, not just like putting accessories on top of them, but like, what about paint? What about making notches on them? What about engravings? Or piercings? Do they do stuff like that to their horns? Or do they just keep them plain and properly polished? Something that horns that should not be modified in any way. I mean, in that case, if it's a really strongly... Hold on, what's the word? In the case that it is a strongly, Oh, I had the word. Hold on. In the case it is a very enforced rule not to modify the horns, there's always gonna be some rebellious people that are gonna try and modify their horns. Don't usually do stuff like engrave or pierce since kinda hard, but some might paint their horns. Could they use... Hold on, I'm scratching my eyes because they itch. Couldn't... maybe... Hold on. Could they use the same ways of the ritual to remove the horns to make modifications to the horns like that? Some horns are covered in skin and others are just hard like goats, so it varies on how they can do it. I mean, if some of them are covered in skin, then they can probably tattoo it, right?
Can I make the twos? God, I'm looking at the pasta over in the kitchen and my mouth is already watering. I'm yawning as hell. Oh god. Okay. Still hard stuff under the skin, so it would still be hard. Right. Yeah, just remember how tattooing works. I don't know why accessorizing and self-modification is always a fun thing to think of. Also know the ritual is usually done by the leader, so they can't just acting to do the ritual just for cosmetic changes. But imagine somebody rebellious enough to tries and go and find out how it's done, and then try and perform it by themselves or for their friends to modify them. Like going behind the leader's backs. I don't know, I'm just trying to think of punk horned folk now. Anything like that is always fun to me. Jewelry and the stuff is very understandable. Tying ribbons or maybe other pieces of clothing. Rings, maybe chains. Maybe a chain tying one horn to the other. I mean, that is assuming they have two horns. Maybe they have more than two horns. Maybe some of them only have two horns unless they cut one off. What if some somehow manage to grow three of them? Two on one side, one on the other. What about multiple smaller horns? Bifurcated horns. Ah, the possibilities are endless. And designing shapes and all that? Totally endless. They can branch, then that you can definitely come up with a billion different designs as well. Alright, designing horns is always gonna be a fun activity. Good lord, I need to go eat. I hope you've already eaten something. Cause it is getting... Oh my god, it's past midnight already. Yeah, I definitely need to call it a night. I need to, like... chop up last week's stream. I need to eat something. I'm probably gonna have to reheat it, but it's always fine. I hope you also have a good rest of your evening. Thank you for watching and listening and commenting and all that stuff. Try and keep a proper sleeping schedule. Do it for me. Thank you and goodbye and good night.